نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Man, a famous book of Arabic. As you know very well, we are going to start Arabic series for learning Arabic language. So our today's lesson is all about vocabulary. So if you have treasure of words, you can communicate and you can connect these letters with each others. That's why it's very important to understand these words and uh, try to use uh, in our daily life. These words are almost used in our daily life. So inshallah, we will read uh, major vocabularies in today's lesson, and these will be used in our future lesson. Without wasting our time, let's get started. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. الدرس الأول, lesson number 1. Okay, so the first one is here. It is بيت. بيت. بيت used for house. بيت used for house. Next, masjidun. Masjidun. Masjidun used for mosque. Masjidun used for mosque. Next, babun. Babun. Babun used for door. Babun used for door. Next, kitabun. Kitabun. Kitabun used for book. Kitabun used for book. Next, daftarun. Daftarun. Daftarun used for notebook. Daftarun used for notebook. Next, qalamun. Qalamun. Qalamun used for pen. Qalamun used for pen. Next, miftahun. Miftahun. Miftahun used for key. Miftahun used for key. Next, maktabun. Maktabun. Maktabun used for writing table. Maktabun used for writing table. Next, sarirun. Sarirun. Sarirun used for bed. Sarirun used for bed. Next, kursiyun. Kursiyun. Kursiyun used for chair. Kursiyun used for chair. Next, najmun. Najmun. Najmun used for star. Najmun used for star. Next, qamisun. Qamisun. Qamisun used for shirt. Qamisun used for shirt. Next, tabibun. Tabibun. Tabibun used for doctor. Tabibun used for doctor. Next, waladun. Waladun. Waladun used for boy. Waladun used for boy. Next, talibun. Talibun. Talibun used for student. Talibun used for student. All right. Next, rajulun. Rajulun. Rajulun used for man. Rajulun used for man. So, dear brother and sister, try to pronounce perfectly and focus on the movement of Arabic word. Okay, so if we pronounce just like rijlun, it will be another word. So this is a very necessary to try to pronounce exactly and clearly. All right, next, tajirun. Tajirun. Tajirun used for merchant. Tajirun used for merchant, just like trader. All right, next, kalbun. Kelbun, kelbun used for dog. Kelbun used for dog. As I told you, we have to pronounce just like in Arabic method. Okay, just like we have to pronounce clearly. If we pronounce qalbun, qalbun used for heart, qalbun used for heart, and kelb, kelbun used for dog. All right, next. قط 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 used for cat. قط used for cat. Next, حمار 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 used for donkey. حمار used for donkey. Next, حصان 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 used for horse. حصان used for horse. Next, جمل 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 used for camel. Jamal used for camel. Next, deacon 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 used for rooster. Deacon used for rooster. Next, mudarrisun mudarrisun mudarris teacher. Mudarris used for teacher. All right. Next, mendilon mendilon mendil used for handkerchief. Mendil used for handkerchief. Imamun imamun imam used for imam, just like who leads prayer in masjid. All right, next, hajarun hajarun hajar used for stone, just like hajar aswad, black stone. Next, sukkarun sukkarun sukkar used for sugar. Sukkar used for sugar. Labanun labanun laban used for milk. Laban used for milk. All right, next, ghaniyun ghaniyun ghani used for rich, just like rich man. Next, faqirun faqirun faqir used for poor. Faqir used for poor person, etc. All right, next, طويل 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 used for tall. طويل used for tall. That's tall man. All right, next, قميص sorry قصير 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 used for short. قصير used for short, just like short person. Okay, short person. Next, baridun baridun barid used for cold. Barid used for cold. Okay, harun harun har used for hot. Har used for hot, opposite of cold. Next, jalison 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 used for sitting. Jalison used for sitting, just like she's sitting, he's sitting, etc. Okay, jalison used for sitting. Waqifun waqifun used for standing. Waqifun used for standing. Jadidun jadidun jadid used for new. Jadid used for new. Qadimun qadimun qadim used for old. Qadim used for old. Qaribun qaribun qarib used for near. Qarib used for near. Ba'idun ba'idun ba'id used for far away. Ba'id used for far away. Next, nazifun nazifun nazif used for clean. Nazif used for clean. Okay, wasikhun wasikhun used for dirty. Wasikhun used for dirty. Next, saghirun saghirun saghir used for small. Okay, all right. Next, كبير كبير used for big كبير used for big خفيف خفيف used for light خفيف used for light. It's just not like that. It is opposite of heavy. Light, it's opposite of heavy. Light. Okay, next ثقيل ثقيل used for heavy. ثقيل used for heavy, opposite of light. ثقيل heavy. Next ورق 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 used for paper. ورق used for paper. تفاح 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 used for apples. تفاح used for apples. دكان 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 used for shop. دكان used for shop. مريض 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 used for sick. مريض used for sick. ماء 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 used for water. ماء used for water. جميل 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 used for beautiful. Okay, next حلو 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 used for sweet. حلو used for sweet. سمك 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 used for fish. سمك used for fish. لحم 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 used for meat. لحم used for meat. خبز 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 used for bread. Okay, next غداء غداء is used for lunch, just like lunchtime. غداء used for lunch. صابون 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 used for soap. صابون used for soap. زهرة 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 used for flower. زهرة used for flower. القمر القمر دم. Where there is alif and lam, we will read in our future lesson. دم. الشمس الشمس the sun. الشمس the sun. هواء 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 used for air. هواء used for air. ثوب 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 used for shirt and clothes. ثوب used for shirt and clothes. أب أب used for father. أب used for father. Okay. أذن 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 used for air. أذن used for air. فم 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 used for mouth. فم used for mouth. وجه 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 used for face. وجه used for face. Okay. رأس 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 used for head. رأس used for head, not like we are not talking about turban. Okay, turban is another thing. All right, so رأس used for head. يد used for hand. يد used for hand. إصبع 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 used for finger. ظفر 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 used for fingernail. ظفر used for fingernail. القرآن 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 used for the Quran. القرآن used for the Quran. الكعبة 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 used for the Kaaba. Alright, so brother and sister, this was our today's lesson. So I hope you enjoyed our first lesson, and inshallah, so we will read the other rules and regulation of Arabic language in our future lesson. And if you have any queries and if you want to know other courses, you can join us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and visit our website, and also you can see our videos on YouTube where the addresses are mentioned in this video. Until the next video, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.